Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Red EDC and to this edition of JB on EDC. So our good friend Random Phantom asked about sharpeners, my favorite sharpeners. I'm going to start off by saying I am in no means any type of professional sharpener. I have people that ask me quite frequently, what sharpener should I get? What sharpener should I get? Pardon me. That is it's a tough question for me to answer, and I'll just tell you that because you've got to find what works for you. Some people are really wicked with whetstones and can just do a bang up job with that. I'm gonna say I am not for sure because, for one, I've never really put in a huge effort on learning how to use whetstones. My dad just had, I sort of got it look like a rock, but holy crap, and it had a groove. I mean, it was probably, yay tall, 2 to 3 inches tall, maybe about that big around. And that thing had a groove in it from where he has sharpened his knives. And I tell you what, he could pick up that rock and that knife would be sharp when he was done. And I have never got to that level of sharpening. But I will tell you that what I have found, what I like to use, I found works best for me. I am an adjustable angle sharpener guy. You'll see that here in just a minute, for sure. But I mean, I've tried different things. I did try the whetstone, and for me, it didn't click, whatever the case may be. I just never got really good at it. But I found the adjustable angle systems, and those seem to work good for me. I can do, I probably wouldn't go as far as to sharpen other people's really good knives. You know what I mean? Picking up what I'm putting down there. I don't consider myself that good. I do sharpen knives for other people, and I'll kind of explain that when I get down there. But I'm pretty much sharpened for myself, for the house, of course. And I don't know, it's just something that I don't want to say I'm not comfortable talking about it, but I don't always feel like I'm the right guy to be talking about sharpening. I'm just not that good. I mean, I can put in the effort and I can make my knives pretty darn sharp, which I'm okay with. But to do somebody else's knives, like a friend of mine, my friend Johnny, he's got a really, really expensive kitchen knife that he asked me if I would sharpen. And I told him no. I told him I would feel much better if he took it to a professional, if he needed to, and get it done, because I just really wasn't comfortable doing something like that. I'll sharpen, every day. I've got a friend I sharpen his fishing knives. He brings me like a dozen knives, and I whip them up, pretty good, and they're sharp. They're sharp. He learned just how sharp they were. I sharpened them up one time for him. I brought them back, the first time. And I was like, all right, they're sharp. Now he's used to, by the end of fishing season, they're dull and he's really got to pull them through. And yeah, he pulled through and he put a gash in his hand right here. And he comes back to work that was over the weekend he did that. And he comes back to work, and yeah, he's got stitches in his hand. And I was like, I told you they were sharp. And he's like, yes, you did. And he's like, I just got used to using, dull knives at the end of the season. And he's like, that thing just flew through the fish and through my hand. So, I mean, can I do a good job? I guess I can. But, it's just something I'm comfortable doing for other people. I guess that's the right way to say, if they're, it's an art. It's an art form. Those that can do it with whetstones, bravo, brilliant. There's still a couple sharpeners I'd like to try out. I'd like to try the barrel sharpener. I haven't tried one of those yet. You know what I'm talking about? You roll it, you put the wood block, and it gives you your angle, and then you roll it on the table. I'd really like to try that for our kitchen knives. Just for the heck of it, see if it works. I might have to do that here and just give it a shot. It looks interesting. It looks, if it works, it looks pretty easy. If you guys got one, let me know. Let me know. I'd love to hear about it. But enough of me rambling. Let's go down to the sharpening stations. I say stations because you'll see why here in a minute. But, well, that's also known as the garage. But let's go down there and we'll talk a little bit about the sharpeners I use. All right, so here we are. We're down here at my sharpening table. It's just a folding table out here in the garage. I've got it kind of set up for my sharpening. I'll do my best not to show you my cluttered up garage at the moment. But, I mean, as you can see there, of course, we got some tools of the trade. Sharpie, some pens, a couple of knives that I played around with the sharpening just to see what it does. I've got that Lancelot there. I don't use it a lot. I have, absolutely. Doesn't get a lot of use, but I'll mess around with it when I'm out here one time, just seeing, you know, what I can do with it. Of course, got an oiler, got some slick 'em off, yeah. And then there are you guys saw this in my stropping video. That is my stropping compound that I use on my leather strops for the KME right there. Then I got a little diamond file set. If I get a knife that I think I want to improve the choil on, and I know you guys have talked about a sharpening choil before, needs a sharpening choil cut in it, these little diamond files are fantastic. And I can put a link down there if you guys want to check them out. These are great. These are perfect for cutting a choil in a knife. Just gives you a nice little sharpening choil. But as you can see, I am an adjustable angle type guy. There is the KME, there is the WorkSharp Precision Adjust, and then I've got these two set up over here, the knife and tool sharpener from WorkSharp. I have the original. I've had that forever. That's kind of what I really started sharpening on because it is kind of gives you a fixed angle. The one thing about it is you gotta be careful with it because if you're not super steady and stuff, you can mess up an edge on a knife. It's definitely happened to me. And then we got the new one, the second coming of the knife and tool sharpener, which that's a little bit better. If I'm going to use now, if I do sharpen my buddy's fishing knives, for the most part, I use this guy. Now, I will still use this one. I do use it because, there you go, you pop that off. And, well, I don't have my tripod, but you can swing this down so it extends straight out if you haven't seen the knife and tool sharpener. And that's what I use on my mower, whoops, there we go. On the mower blades, I got a set of mower blades right there that need to be just kind of touched up a bit. I use it on my shovels, hose, stuff like that because it's a tool sharpener. Just to kind of clean up the edges and stuff, clean off the rust or whatever when it builds up, or, you know, just kind of sharpen up the edge if I need to. Machetes, I'll use it on machetes as well. I don't use machetes a lot, but anyway. But the WorkSharp, between the KME and the WorkSharp Precision Adjust, I kind of bounce back and forth between those two. They both do a good job. The reason I will use the KME over the WorkSharp is I haven't really bought any of the, upgraded stones for it. I mean, I think I've got darn near every stone for this one, for the KME. But I have a 50 grit stone, so if I've got an edge that's really kind of messed up, it'll go on the KME, and then, of course, I'll just finish out sharpening. And I showed you, in my stropping video, I showed you the leather strop inserts that go in there. It works fantastic. And like I said, that's where this stuff comes in. With this guy, I don't do a whole lot. I've got the hone, and then I've got a strop over here that I use up real quick just to kind of give it a touch up. But those are mainly the sharpeners that I use. And like I said, I use the KME. I do bounce. I mean, I'll use the KME even if the edge isn't, you know, messed up just to use it, go back and forth. Nelly actually got me that for Father's Day a few years ago. So, of course, that's not going anywhere. And, of course, it's got the stickers on it. The Zach stuff. Come on now. We got Zach stuff. We got Mallory. Of course, we got to have a Big Red. Got an Edge Addicted. That's a Facebook group that I'm pretty much, you know, monitor in. And then our good buddy Hilltop Knives and Gear. Now, that dude could sharpen. The one thing when talking about sharpening that I don't do is I do not do a mirror edge. Absolutely not. It's just, to me, no. To me, it's a waste of time. Yeah, it looks great. It looks pretty. But that's extra time I can do something else. That's just my opinion. And if you guys know, I am kind of opinionated on things. And for the precision adjust, I do have this little stand to go under here to kind of keep it stable. Of course, 3D printed by our good friend, Father EDC. So, all right, we're going to go over to the other station real quick. I'm going to pause this. I'm not going to show you my messy garage. We'll be right back. All right. So now, that's why I said stations, because over here, I've got, as you can see, the TS Prof Pioneer set up. Now, again, this is an adjustable angle system. I've got my angle finder. I've got the angle finder over there for the other two, but I use this one for our kitchen knives. Longer knives, it's got a longer throw. I really, really like that. I mean, I can adjust it out even a little bit more. I mean, I've got a little bit more to go if I need to. But this is my kitchen knife sharpener. Anytime I need to throw an edge on a kitchen knife, I will, yeah, without a doubt. It's better for me than the KME because, like I said, the KME and the Precision Adjust have got a little bit shorter throws on them. And it just, I can do some pretty decent knives on the KME. The Precision Adjust is a lot shorter. So that one I really don't use. If I've got, you know, a medium kitchen knife, I might use the KME. But honestly, since I've got the Pioneer, pretty much all my kitchen knives just go on the Pioneer. And I work it out. It's super, super steady. You can really get them tightened down. And it's a solid sharpener. So that's pretty much what I use to sharpen with. Like I said, when you guys are sharpening, it might take you some time. And I know it can be expensive. You know, the Precision Adjust isn't too bad. I think you can get pretty much a full loaded out Precision Adjust kit for around 250, or not two, excuse me, like 120 bucks. Now the KME, you're going to be talking 250, 275, I believe, for that. It's been a while since I've looked. The knife and tool sharpener, I believe that's about 80 bucks with a belt. And both of those use the same belts, by the way. So I can just, the two knife and tool sharpeners, they use the same belts, so there's no extra there. So, but it's what works for you guys. It really, really is. You might have to, you know, work at it a little bit. I know I did, and I found what works for me, and the adjustable angle system seems to be what does it for me. But so shout out to Random Phantom. Appreciate you, my friend. No, that's a box full of fat wood. And yes, we're prepping for baby. Grandbaby. So my workstation's kind of shrinking, but it's all for very, very good reason, but that's okay. But yeah, find what works best for you guys. I'm happy to give you my thoughts on stuff and what works for me. But when you ask me, what should I buy? Ooh, yeah. Do what works for you guys. And it might take a little bit of money, and it might take a little bit of time, but you'll figure it out. I know you will. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much. Random Phantom, thank you so much for suggesting this video topic. And guys, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.